I was gonna go to bed, and then I got high. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I was gonna go to class, but then I got high.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I was gonna go to church, but then I got high.
Hey, then I got high.
What?
Then I got high.
Okay.
Then I got high.
Vicky, hello, and that's how it's done. Welcome to another episode of What's the Goss podcast. Oh, I said that too fancy there, didn't I? It's Wits The Goss podcast. This show is 110% Scottish, so if you think we're talking too fast, then make sure to slow it down with the playback speed button on whatever platform you're listening on. And last but not least, there's definitely offensive language featured, so if you're a minor or a pussy, switch off now.
You said it like you're going through the drive-thru and you have to put your Australian voice on the order.
No, I forgot who I was there.
Hi there, can I please get a McChicken sandwich meal, please?
No,
with a
every
Fanta,
time we need
large.
to record this going through the drive-thru one time, guys, because we actually have to put on full fucking fake disgusting accents. Because if we don't, they go, say that again. Computer says no, mate.
Aye, try and
Doesn't
ask for no fucking gherkins with this accent.
But speaking of that, actually, what I find funny is,
Wait, tell the peeps. Obviously they know.
oh my god. That's why we done the intro, guys. It's the 420 motherfucking
420,
special.
happy 420.
So everybody who is our medicinal cannabis users, welcome. We actually, Oceanlea was trying to say to me before we started that we should put a disclaimer, but I just had to reinstate to the analytics of this fucking show. Over 18s only, baby. Yes,
It is actually medicinally prescribed in
there
Australia.
is not. Yeah, we'll get on that bit in a minute. There's not a part in the analytics where I can see how corrupt you all are, but looking at names and faces, etc., and you know how well the last couple of episodes have been doing so far. I think you are always just as corrupt as us, but that's what we're going to talk about. We actually stay in Australia, obviously. So me and Oceanlea are medicinal. Why do I keep on saying medicinal? Medicinal. Is it medicinal?
Medicinal.
Fuck no, it's basically we get
medicinal.
legalised weed, right?
Obviously, you can see that we've been partaking before the episode started because it's happy 420.
Yeah,
ladies
we
and
said
gentlemen.
we're going to do a 420 special, then we texted Oceanlea's girlfriend and she said, bitch, every episode's a 420 special. But like, really, obviously, no tea, no, it's like, obviously everybody's adults here that's watching this know that anyway, but for me and Oceanlea, personally, I'm not going to lie, my brain goes a million miles an hour, and for me, smoking ganj, obviously, I've went through different phases. Like you obviously have to be like, it's all about balance and shit in it. So like that is really the key to smoking weed, is like the balance. If you're already a smoker, if you're not smoking, you're already doing life, I would really say just like don't fucking start. Because when you realise that you can just take away the stress, motherfucker. And it's not even like that for me, because obviously I went through the different phases, right, of obviously like abusing weed for like, or like just not even just weed, a lot of other things as well.
I think you found weed in amongst a bigger party stage, so for you it wasn't really.
It was just like a thing adding to the list that I was just partying anyway.
Added to the list of the weekend.
But I
weekend
definitely have
corruption.
went through my phases where I would like use it to like block out my anxiety, to like
Not deal with things you maybe didn't want to deal with.
depression, all that's like smoke myself into oblivion, definitely, right? But I would say now at the point in my life that I do really just smoke. I do smoke obviously, and like I don't know, the smoking part's obviously not the best part. Obviously when you do legalise, like, and you go to like your medicinal or like your doctor and all that to get like your prescription, because it's like an actual prescription, like literally I go and pick up my fucking hormones, right? But when they do that, like they obviously recommend you to use a dry herb vaporizer, and it's like not like a vape where you're like just like, oh, you're anything like that, because it's a whole other fucking story. But basically like you grind it up in it and you just put it in this little hole. It is good, but like I'm just, guys, I just love the old school, let's be real here.
But I was also going to say, see, for as much as we've had times like that you maybe used it because you didn't want to think about everything else going on, you just wanted to get a good night's sleep because of it. I think we've got so many stories that are just fucking hilarious when we've
and
been
see,
stoned.
even those times, and guys, honestly, see when I look back at those times when I did use it, like did smoke a lot and did smoke purposely for that type of thing, to like block out the depression, ABCDE, G. Do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of look back and I'm like, thank fuck I had the weed. Do you know what I mean? Because it kind of got me here today. Like, some of those things that I deal with, obviously you have to deal with them at some point, but just sometimes you're just not ready to deal with them that motherfucking day, and that is okay. And I think that was a massive part of having like a better habit with smoking.
We discussed
and all
when
that
did
anyway.
you start smoking weed? When did we both start smoking weed? Because it's funny, although so me and Bebe, there's 2 years between us. I'm older than Bebe by 2 years, almost exactly. But B definitely grew up at the same age as me.
Yeah, it was
So
if we were
whatever
just
I
like
was
twins.
doing, B did at the same time. People that didn't know us often thought we were just twins. Just because we were always together. And we were ages. Yeah, we just grew up at the same rate, I'd say.
I did used to like secretly think, oh my god, imagine we were actually twins and our mum's just been lying to us, because like we can't remember when we were like 1 year old and 2 years old.
Yeah,
but
I'm
then we
actually
are born
not
3
joking. It
days
took
apart.
us so long to realise. So basically, our birthdays are 3 days apart, 2 years and 3 days apart. And we used to think 3 days. Like, I know that obviously we're twins, so that must have been hard for mum to hold one of us in for to hold you in for 3 days. And then it took us years to click on. Oh shit, we're actually 2 years and 3 days apart, so we're definitely no twins, but actually just sisters.
Literally.
But anyway, what age were you?
I was like,
Do you remember your first time?
oh, I remember my first time, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, I remember so the first time I ever got stoned was with my friend, and we basically you know what friend I'm talking about, but I don't want to expose her, right? But, not
I don't know if I remember my first
no, so
time.
my first time, me and my friend stayed like so basically like she just kind of was like really cool when we went to school. Like we came to school, my still friends were to this day and all that. Fuck, I don't get Aston for that. Why am I even trying to Aston? This is literally Aston, right? Me and
Wait,
her.
you should check out our nail page whilst we're here then.
Shout out to Aston McNeil Tech. That bitch can do some fucking the best, like honestly, amazing nail tech. So talented. So talented. But we were a little corrupt when we were younger. So we basically, I think that was the first time. I don't know, like I do remember times before that, or like times around that.
Yeah, I can't.
remember
That's the thing. I
timelines.
can't remember. Oh shit.
That's probably from smoking the fucking ganja.
Yeah, I know, but I can't remember which one came first. So do you
I
remember
just-
when we went to Sunderland? How did we end up smoking weed that night?
Oh, we were with our cousins, weren't we? Cousin, our
But how
boyfriend.
did we even end
I
up
don't
having
even know, but
weed?
we got so high. But the munchies when you're like in your teenage years, like if you're obviously there's no teenagers who watch this,
Not
right?
even teenagers, just whenever you first start smoking
Whenever you
weed.
first start, the munchies are fucking real,
Ferocious,
guys.
man.
Ferocious.
Ferocious munchies.
Ferocious. So it was like the first time when me and my friend Aston, we smoked a joint. We walked up like the top of like the town, and there was just like fields and shit, and we smoked a joint night, and I was like, oh my fucking god, we're so stoned, and we're like, all right, we obviously can't, like we're only like fucking 14 or something like that at this point, or 13 or something like that. I can't even remember. It was fucking young
I
anyway.
didn't even realise you were that young.
And we were like, holy fuck. But basically she just kept saying to me, I was like, I'm so hungry. Like I'm so fucking
I'm
hungry.
gonna
Like
eat myself.
I'm
if I
literally
don't
I'm
eat.
like, but we were like, we had no money obviously because we were like fucking so young. I don't even know how the fuck we had a joint, to be honest. And then yeah, I don't even know. Aston must have got one from one of our friends. So we walked from the top of the town, like up in this field thing to like the bottom, and we're just like, we'll just walk about and all that. And she's like, and I was like saying, and I'm fucking so hungry, like I've got the munchies so bad. And she's like, just forget about it. Like that, like your body is lying to yourself. Your stomach is telling lies.
Is she a seasoned smoker at this point?
No, she was also severely munchied as well. She was just trying to lie to herself as well. No, because we were only like, do you know what I mean? Those things we went, obviously, it was just like it was like one time that year, and then it never happened for years later.
Yeah.
But fuck, it was so fucking funny. And I remember we got back to her house, and fuck, our mum was at work, so obviously thank fuck. And we must have been like during the holidays or something. Must have been. And our mum was at work, and literally we were like, just emptied the cupboards, like literally made the weirdest shit, fucking cheese, and I don't even know, man. It was fucking weird. But what time were you saying after that we went to Sunderland? Oh, the munchies were ferocious there as well.
The munchies
Remember when we
were
got all the
ferocious.
munchie box and all that? Oh,
Yeah,
guys, see
no, I
in the
know.
UK you get the munchie boxes, you
And
don't get them
yeah.
here.
So I just don't remember what age we started smoking. Like I don't remember what exact first time it was. I just remember I was probably about 19 when that group of friends we were with were just regularly kind of smoking weed. And that's where a lot of the
But like
funniest
we weren't
memories
just
started.
smoking weed, we also used to like party.
Oh,
we used
yeah,
to
this is
fucking,
like party
we just used to
area.
just do
See, when you're
everything.
like 18, 19, 20, like
You're learning the
and
world.
you're just out, yeah, you're just out all the time and stuff. So that I remember that just being the general time when we were like smoked,
Mm-hmm.
basically just smoked up. But it was just so funny the amount of times with them. go drives and
Had a
smoke a
bad
joint
dream.
when we were out, and then we couldn't go anywhere because you're fucked because you've driven somewhere,
Oh my God.
and then you've smoked, so you're just stuck there until you're no stoned anymore.
Or the
Yeah, but I remember as well. See, talking about munchies, I remember one time. So where we were from, we basically just drove. Oh fuck it, we just drove up to. Remember driving up to Largs, and we smoked a joint in Largs with a few of our mates.
No, but see, before we'd went to do this, I'd also been like smoking.
Oh my God,
bongs.
this is the first time we tried edibles properly as
Oh
well.
my God, yeah, we shared
That's
a fucking
why.
edible.
Yeah, that was the
We shared an edible, had no idea, and I'm not even joking you. Like, I was in the back of the car.
Yeah, our
we
mate kept
probably
on
are pure
saying,
exposing
take it
ourselves,
easy,
right?
like,
But we're
take
just,
it a wee bit easy.
yeah,
like-
just pre-warning, we're exposing ourselves hardcore for all the shit you should not fucking do. So if anybody's watching this, it's like, we're not saying this shit's acceptable. We're just telling you what the fuck happened.
This might have happened. This is a story.
This may or may not have happened. We're saying allegedly as well. We're gossiping about ourselves. In case we actually end up incriminating ourselves, but this shit happened when we're listen. I don't like
Fuck up.
fucking
Like,
hear it.
just get a grip. Don't
Aye.
even bother telling him.
No, I'm at the para. Kidding on. No, but I'm in the back of the car and she's fucking driving. I'm like, oh, bitch. Because I'd ate the edible and I'd had the bong and all that. And I was like, oh, bitch.
Yeah.
So see, by the time they're like, oh, we're going to go and smoke the joint on the beach, like our other friends that are there, I'm thinking, I don't
Oh my
wanna go
God, you didn't
nowhere.
even get out the car.
I didn't get out the car to go and smoke. I literally, I'm not joking you, I just lay in the back of the car like, oh my God, I'm so high.
God. Oh,
Oh,
man.
fuck.
So we smoked this joint at the beach, and then we were driving in the car on the way home. Somebody was driving in the car on the way home. Don't know who was driving, but we hit a speed bump, and I'm not joking. When we went
Don't
up,
drive high.
my brain
Don't.
just went high. Like from the second we hit this speed bump, my brain hit my skull, and my skull just.
But bearing in mind, in this little tiny car that whoever that was driving had, it was tiny, and I'm fucking big bitch. I fucking scalped my head when they went over the bump.
Don't
Right, I swear to God, I'm like, I need to get home right now.
Oh my God.
And
it
then we
was so
got
funny.
home and then we
I put
all
away some amount of food. We got home, I ate a 4-pack of Kinder Buenos. To myself, a 4-pack of Kinder Buenos. And then we had cereal, we had toast, and then we ordered a Chinese because you should stay across the road from a Chinese.
Oh, remember that time Oceanlea used to work at KFC, right?
Are you going to say when I used to come?
Oceanlea used to work at KFC, okay? And basically, you know, at all those restaurants, they have very, like, specific things of, like, if bites or crumbs and all that's too big or too small, like, they can't sell it and all
Yes,
that.
we had Oreo pieces that we couldn't use in
The Crush'ems.
Oh, the Crush'ems. That's
You don't
what
even
call them.
get Crush'ems here.
Yeah,
Oh.
so we couldn't use these Oreo pieces in the Crush'ems because they were too big or something like that. So we had to we were allowed to just basically take these bags home.
Oceanlea
So I
actually
took them
brought home-
and I'd been at work. I just took them home. My little sister loved Oreos. My little sister not been B, like my actual young sister.
She really loved Oreos.
Oreos. So I thought, oh my God, she'll love this. Like it's just big bags of crushed up Oreos. She'll be buzzing.
But I came home.
You were a demon when you were
Oceanlea was
fucking
at work,
stoned.
right? She obviously worked really late at KFC or whatever. It's actually kind of mad how late you used to work there considering it's KFC. Anyway,
Like midnight, 1 a.m.
Anyway, so Oceanlea came fucking home and I'd been a part of the Litty Titty Committee, right?
I bet you I can. Would you like me put a picture of this in if I
Oh
find it?
yeah, if we can
I've
try and
got a
find it,
picture
because
of
that's
it.
when I was trying to find my Finsta the other day. I used to have a Finsta with the most, literally, anybody's watching this was on my Finsta. There was only maybe like 70 people on it. It was fucking iconic, right?
It was criminal.
It was criminal. It was truly criminal, like truly criminal. Really, it shows many of my life's personalities. But what the fuck were we talking about? Cunt?
We're talking about.
Oh my God, KFC. We're talking about KFC. Welcome to the
Oreo
420
pieces.
episode. Don't judge me. Yeah, so we ate the Crush'ems, bitch. There was 3 big bags, and each bag was 1 kilo, right, of bites. Oceanlea came home from work, and I had a massive mixing bowl like that we used to bake cakes and shit.
Like the
I'd
huge
emptied-
plastic tubs.
I'd emptied all 3 of the bags. I just thought to myself, this is actually like a dream. Like, Oreo doesn't have cereal, so basically you're telling me I've got a 3 kilo bowl of Oreo Crush'em cereal. But there was no milk, obviously, because at this point we were like 18. Who the fuck's buying milk at 18? Like, we were spending our money on drugs. Who the
fuck's
Who
buying
the fuck
milk?
has time for a shopping? If MD used to come to my house, all my friends know and all that.
Fridge being empty, bro,
Really,
don't
like
even ask.
literally, we've actually leveled up in life because we always have food in the fridge. I always make dinners every night. No, that I've leveled up, right? But this is back in the day.
This is fresh at your mom's house.
So did I fuck? All I had in the cupboard was literally probably like a box of tea bags, a fucking rotten apple, and 3 kilos of fucking crush 'em, fucking KFC Oreo bites, bitch. Oceanlea walks in and I've literally, it's like dark. There's nothing
She's
on.
not taking her parka jacket off.
I've not took my jacket off.
So she's lying on the couch, shoes on, parka jacket still
My
on.
bag
hair
from
in a
work
bun.
still next to me because I went straight from work straight
To
to
your
my friend's
mates.
house. We got lit and I went, honestly, guys, I'm not joking. Yeah, it was amazing. But I didn't have no milk, just a big dry 3 kilo bowl, and I was just like this with a spoon.
Dry munching, and then you know what
I
the
could
worst
never
bit
do
is?
that now. I'd fucking die off.
You
now.
would die off doing that now. You would never do that now.
And this is why I
But
have to go to the gym 5 days a week now. 'Cause
It's the thing as well that when you eat Oreos, it gets all stuck in your teeth.
So my teeth were just...
You were some fucking state, man, but we used to dust some amount of food. And then it's funny because
the
more...
pizzas from that Turkish place in Subcoast.
Oh,
they're
man.
too good.
I actually can't even
I'm
deal
going
with
back
the
home
amount
in a
of
few
food.
weeks, guys, and I cannot wait to absolutely demolish every single fucking thing in that fucking place. Swear to God, Scotland has the best place for food. No, do you know who's well on TikTok actually that I really want to get and go to? It's in Glasgow. It's a Chinese restaurant or like a takeaway place, but it's like not fancy, but it's like quirky, and they have a TikTok account. Holy fuck, man. Oh my God. See
Does it
some of
look
the shit
good?
they do. They do like all sorts. Because see, like Chinese food in Australia,
It's
it's like
like actual
genuine
Chinese
Chinese food. Like it's obviously really tasty and all that. But like in Scotland, obviously it's still Chinese people that run the Chinese restaurants and things. But they
it's-
just do it like
it's like-
British style. So there's like chips, curry and...
Fried rice, like not even as if fried rice isn't just a Scottish version, but I just mean it's different. Like everything's different about the way they do it. But
too good,
yeah,
innit?
and then I remember that when we were at home as well, there used to always be this one strain of weed that our mate would get called Purple Star Dog. Yeah, Purple Star Dog. So whenever they used to have Purple Star Dog, I would hit a badging. So I don't know what else to call it because in Australia they call it greening out.
Greening out.
What we mean by that is when you smoke weed and it just goes the wrong way. Like you're dizzy, you're
When you
sick.
try to smoke the weed and the weed smokes you.
Yeah,
That's
like
what we're talking
if
about.
you've ever coughed halfway through a bong and then you're like, oh my God,
It's
it
just
goes the
that
wrong way.
instant moment.
Yeah,
you know it
that
in that
instant
split
moment.
second.
Yeah. Or like when you go, oh fuck, and like you've ate, I don't know, you're eating an orange when you're stoned. Do you not remember you ate a full bag of oranges?
God, no. This one time the munchies hit me hard and there was just like literally about 30 oranges there, right? And I'm like, these oranges literally like gold nuggets right now. Like, I cannot
I
deal
will
with this.
agree with you, the one orange when you're stoned is fucking
Elite.
amazing.
It's
man.
elite, by the way, right?
Elite. Fruit in
I
general.
was actually thinking that last night because I was thinking to myself, I could really go an orange.
I've got grapes.
Do you?
Should we eat grapes in the podcast?
No, I don't like. No, I don't want to eat. Wait till after, but oh my
Well,
God, that sounds like I've got some sort of
30-minute break,
unhealthy.
we'll go for another bong and a grape.
Yeah, so basically with the orange situation, guys, just remember like to chew your oranges because I did not. So like I was so stoned, I'm literally just peeling oranges, cunt, and I am just like I'm not even like I'm taking the
Whole
segments
like just
and I'm forgetting to fucking chew, right? But you know what it's like, see when you're with your group of friends and like just the chat is just so fucking funny because you're just so high, right? So you're just pissing yourself laughing. I'm like, munch, munch. No, guys. Then I forgot how to swallow. I don't get this anymore because I'm an adult and all that. Like I'm an
then
adult.
it's like
grown
one
man.
orange.
No, but I
might
forgot.
have
how,
another orange.
I
is that
forgot how
okay?
to swallow. So I just was like, oh, some reason I feel like I've got like I just felt as if I had orange segments down my esophagus. So I'm not even joking. Yeah, I just was like, ha, and I barked, right? I fucking barked, and the orange segment just flew out my throat. And then this was my realisation point that I had not chewed a single fucking segment. So I started going, and the orange segment from the last 30 I've just demolished started flying out my esophagus. I swear in my life, so not only...
Oh my God.
Bearing in mind, like, I was like 18 at this point or whatever, like, I was thinking to myself, I'm actually having like the worst badge of my life. But at the same time, everyone around me cannot stop laughing. And I'm like trying to laugh as well because like half of my body thinks it's really funny and the other half is terrified for my motherfucking life. Death by orange gun. So
Oh, I actually wish we were there. I wish we were there watching this again.
So I just walked into the bathroom and like my friend was doing a pee at the same time. You can't even write this. She was pissing. Oh fuck, sorry guys. I'm whacking the mic, I'm getting too excited. Oh, she was pissing whilst I was trying to like, you know, stop the fucking segments flying out my esophagus. No, just boom, boom, boom. So I had to start spewing the sink. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I'm actually dead, man. Do you know
And
what?
then
So many
at the
funny
same-
things happened in that house. So.
And after that, I swear to God, fuck knows, this could have been 2 minutes long. It could have been 2 hours long at this
They
point.
always felt like hours
I had
long,
no
and people
idea.
told you it was
The
5 minutes.
The time was gone. And I lay on the floor. And right, my friend was videoing me and she was like, because I was freaking out. And now when she showed me the video after, I thought in this moment she's like, she's like smacking me, videoing me. And I'm like, get off. And I'm trying to like shout at her, get off, get off. Right, I'm thinking in my head going, I'm literally shouting at her, no cunt, see you showing me the video. I'm just like, and she was not smacking me, she was literally poking me. No, we cannot expose my friend, right? Who also hit one of the funniest ones. This is what I'm saying. We're telling you these stories, guys, because if you don't smoke weed, don't fucking smoke, because this would happen to you. But if you've also been in a fucking veteran smoker, bitch, we've been at the same point.
It doesn't matter. I've still been in the same points.
Because then my friend, there's my other time, my other friend, right? Oh my God. She took the bong, right? And as I said, in those split seconds, bitch, it can you smoke it or it smokes you, cunt. And that's true.
Yeah, it's a shagger be shagged world.
And bless her soul, by the way, because it smoked hard. And she just
and you see it hit someone, their face just changes like, I fucked it.
she just looked blue, and it's like, oh no. Oh no, SOS. And she just looked at me, she's like, oh my God. So I was like, come and sit in the living room, just chill, take a chill. It's like, fine, right? At this point, this is why, like, obviously I've never bullied somebody into smoking, but like, don't ever bully people into smoking, guys. Just let people decide what they want to do, but also don't fucking smoke. Don't fucking do drugs. Don't have sex until marriage. All that type of shit.
Wear a condom.
Wear a condom, right? But you know the score. But bless her, I said, what is like happening right now, babe? And she said, I feel everything in delay. And I said, right, well, I'm gonna put my finger on you, and then like you tell me when you feel it happening, type of thing, so we can. Are you in delay? I don't fucking know, bitch. I was high as well, so I just went. Tell me when I touch you, and she went 3, 2, 1. Now.
Instant.
Oh, bless her. But then she wanted us to phone an ambulance. And like, obviously, guys.
Oh, we've all had that.
We've all had that moment when we wanted to
for an ambulance. I think I'm dead. So
David's dead. No, so we've all had those moments, but obviously, like, I don't know the situation, but I don't think anybody's ever died from hitting a badge and smoking weed. I think they just need to go to fuck to sleep or maybe spew, eat some
what
food.
do you call it from where you're from if you're not from
what
where
do you
you're
call
from?
it? What do you call it?
In Scotland, we call it badging. So BADYIN. Badging. So bad one, bad time, hot, awful time. And then in Australia, they call it greening out. What the fuck do you call it? Because that's what we're talking about. The times where you've smoked weed and it's went the wrong way. But we've got so many stories from that same mate's house. And as I was saying, me and Purple Star Dog when I was younger did not mix. Do you remember the couple of times that I've hit badgins?
By the way, let's just make it clear, it actually wasn't specific to this string. Oceanlea is still hit a few badgins. Even in recent years.
No,
very,
honestly,
very rarely, but
I
not
swear
to that level.
It's that strain. It's that bloody strain. Because I remember once, right? So what happened was I was always a joint person, was not a bong person. A bong is the same everywhere. It's called a bong. The Americans call it bongs.
Yeah,
They do, don't they? Right. So anyway, I wasn't a bong person. I used to just like a wee joint with everyone else, but I wasn't like a smoke every night take bongs person as much as B was. But anyway, I thought, let me be the hard man, let me take a bong. So my mate pulled it for me, and you've never seen something more deadly in your fucking life. So I'm going, and then I coughed and I just felt my whole chest. It's as if my left lung and my lung were in a fight. They were knocking fuck at each other. Like there was never been nothing worse than that specific time. And as soon as it happened, I knew I'd fucked up. So for whatever reason in my head, I just kept on thinking of years ago we used to play Sonic, and it was like a Sonic version of Mario Kart. See, like Rainbow Road in Mario Kart, right? So imagine being on Rainbow Road in your mind, and my eyeballs just kept going from left to right, up, down, left, right, up, down, and I just couldn't get out it. So you were all talking to me, and I can hear you fucking screaming with laughter around me, because obviously it's funny, I've laughed and everyone else has hit it, but my face must have just went white, and all I can do is go and play this same game of Rainbow Road in my mind, just over and over
Do you not
again.
remember when the door in the kitchen,
The door slammed?
it just opened up itself, right? And then
I felt as if a life passed through me. I swear to God, it was as if a body passed through me.
No,
it was
literally.
disgusting. It was
No.
disgusting. And you were obviously winding me up as well, but that was so funny. And then I remember as well, so fast forward a few years, we've obviously moved to Australia, but when me and B moved to Australia, we weren't actually smoking weed at the time. And then
I'd gave up for like 9 months, but like, honestly, guys, I'll be 100% honest. Did I fuck get any sleep during that
you did
whole
not
time?
stop for that 9
And
months,
like
probably.
literally, I've not
unhealthily.
been funny. Thank fuck for like sugar daddies, this, that, and the next thing, because like I was doing a few nail clients and that during like obviously doing like my nail clients and things like in nails, lashes, and makeup. But that wasn't filling up my whole time. So obviously, I had like sugar daddies on the fucking go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like helping fucking make the cash. Where was I going with that?
Basically, what happened is we moved to Australia, and we just hadn't been smoking since we moved. So B moved in January. She hadn't smoked from the January until the July when I got there. She might have smoked that odd little tiny wee bit with her cousin that she had rarely seen. Like she rarely seen her cousin, but on the odd occasion that she did, she might have one singular smoke with him.
And I'm like, oh, that's
But
nice.
and then her cousin got here, and then because the kind of seed was planted off that, and then because she got here and she did smoke, I just remember we were going to a different family members. So the only people we knew were our family, and none of them smoked out of the direct kind of family.
Yeah.
We were going to my family house, and I just remember they two were acting a bit weird. Like they were organising something, weren't really telling me, not out of not telling me this. I think they were just so focused on doing what they were doing that they kind of forgot to include me in anything.
No.
So we went to go and watch, was it the grand final of the NRL? It was either the grand final or it was the Origin.
And we
No,
were
I
not
think
giving
it
a
was.
fuck about no grand final or any or nothing.
Yeah, they did not give a fuck about
But
watching the
basically,
rugby.
obviously, we had no idea how to like get hold of like a fucking dodgy dealer, right? So we're like on Instagram, and I don't even think TikTok was not even popping back then. Like, don't even think TikTok was a thing back then. But we're on Instagram, and we just kept on searching hashtag 420 in like the area that we stayed, hashtag 420, this, hashtag like smoking, all this type of shit. And then like there was like loads of these accounts coming up, and it like looked like legit. I mean, it looked legit to us. We'd never didn't know. And obviously when we just obviously just never knew that was the case, right? I'm trying to say, tell you all these stories, guys, without incriminating ourselves along the way. It's quite difficult. I don't think we'll get incriminated. It's past stories and people tell these things, right? But basically, yeah, all these people, every time we were mentioning like these Instagrams and all that, trying to like, hook up a bit, you know what I'm saying? They all kept on saying like, oh yeah, you know what it's like in Australia? It's really like there's no way you can ever do anything like that. Like we use gift vouchers and shit like that, right? So we're thinking, right, okay, it's like we're in a different country, like this, that, and the next thing. Maybe it's like that. So we goes and buys like hundreds of dollars because we didn't know how nothing, we didn't know no price, we didn't know nothing. So I'm thinking, like, this must how be
Basically, they've asked for payment for the weed. They've asked for payment via gift voucher.
Yeah, it was
You're beating around the bush a bit too much here, B. You asked for payment via gift voucher.
Yeah.
And you just thought that might be normal in Australia.
So basically, yeah, we got scammed because then we.
I knew
kept
nothing
on
about this. I was watching the
We're
fucking
buying
rugby.
like Mount Noisy with $100. Remember, we end up in total because we done a few times. I don't even know why we kept on trying after the first.
You went
person.
a few times.
Yeah, we got Xbox vouchers and then we got PlayStation vouchers.
Oh my god! I just remember.
Or maybe that was the scam. I've just clicked on. Maybe that was the scam. Maybe they were like, "Oh, you got the wrong vouchers," and then because then they obviously take the codes from that
they
one.
were taking it off it and hoping that you'd be stupid enough, and then they'd actually stupid enough that they'd go back and get different vouchers if we told them.
So we actually did go back and get different vouchers, but we just obviously
They told us they were going to McDonald's, and I'm like, we live around the corner from McDonald's. This is a long ass McDonald's trip. But
and then when they came back empty-handed.
I actually scammed for it, man. It was so funny. But we've had so many stupid stories. Like, if I ever told you about the time that I got clotheslined trying to buy a bag of weed.
Oh yeah, Oceanlea used to do farm work.
Right, so I done my farm work during COVID. So because it was during COVID, we went to this farm. We stayed in this caravan park in like the middle of fucking nowhere. And everyone just stayed in this caravan park. There's like 250, 300 backpackers from all over the world. They all work in different farms, but we all come home at night to this fucking caravan park. And guaranteed that somebody was drinking every night. Like every single fucking night someone was drinking, there's a party. But in particular, every fucking weekend there'd be a party. But during COVID, the management of this caravan park obviously didn't want us to be partying and stuff together. There was loads of like shit in place. The locals weren't happy because they'd always see us like drinking in fields and shit. And basically they were just trying to crack down on us having these parties because it was COVID. However,
like
let
what
me
else are you
defend the
supposed
fact
to do?
that we were in the middle of nowhere and we all worked together, slept together. Like,
well,
or slept beside each other.
Can you
like,
give a description to the followers that have never even would never even know what you're talking about? Because it's no fuck. We're from Scotland, babes. It's no Craig Tara. Do you know what I'm saying? It's no luxury caravan park. Can you describe what you're talking about?
Like, can I even say it looks like a concentration camp? Because it did.
Little bit mix of concentration camp / if MT's Grand Theft Auto fans, you know the guy that you character you're playing, he's a fucking hillbilly and he lives in a little trailer park.
Like proper trailer park.
Genuinely, imagine that trailer park from GTA. I'll post the trailer park here from GTA. That is literally what it looks like.
We had mice in our cabin, like everything, like it was the worst thing ever. So talk about COVID regulations, they couldn't exist in somewhere where you're all sleeping. Like there was 3 of us lived in a cabin that would be no bigger than
the size of this studio room right now, like we're
our living
in
rooms and stuff. Yeah, so when we talk about COVID restrictions, it would be stupid to even try and enforce them in a caravan park when we all are like that with each other. We all have to use shared bathrooms, shared kitchens, as in like for the whole community. Bearing
in mind in the caravans there's no flooring, there's no fucking
we work
walls.
together on the farm, so realistically COVID hygiene is really the last thing on your mind.
He's very much had a bubble as well.
Yeah, it was very much a bubble of all these people in the caravan park, but obviously they're just trying to follow restriction, whatever. But basically it just ended up that we had this massive fucking group chat, and in this group chat would basically just be on alert to tell when these, like the management were moving around the caravan park. So what would happen was, during the weekend, they'd just go around and try and like bust the party. So they'd try and like bust into your caravan or cabin or wherever you stayed. Yep. And they would like just, whatever they would do, they would give you a lecture, give you a fine, like whatever it might be. But they'd basically just spend the whole weekend trying to catch you in these parties. So we'd all talk in the group chat and tell each other where they were. Oh, so I think it was Trevor and Sonia, like, oh, Trevor and Sonia are that person's caravan, and you knew where everyone stayed, so it all made sense. You could follow it in your head. But anyway, I went through a phase during my farm work where I wasn't drinking and I was just smoking weed. So it's basically my cabin somehow, well, I say somehow, always ended up having a party. My mate always ended up having a party.
My mate was a fucking party animal, still is.
So there was always a party at hours at the weekend. So I left my cabin and went to walk round to my mates who had weed. So I was going to go and buy some weed. And anyway, I've left our cabin. So if you can imagine, it's like these little cabins, one after another. In between the cabins, we would hang up like string to use as like a washing line to hang up your clothes.
Because there's nowhere to wash your
Yeah,
clothes,
there was nowhere to
obviously.
hang up your clothes, so we'd hang it up between the cabins, we'd hang string, and then that would be it. So if you imagine that for me to get to my friend's house, I had to walk down like 4 cabins, go through a bush, and then it'd be on like the next street. It's not really a street, but because the bush is there, you imagine it to be like a street over. So basically, I had to run down a few doors and then go through the bush, and that'd be my mate's house. So anyway, I went to get weed and I'm coming back and I'm kind of skipping back to my cabin. Yep, party, everyone's good vibes. I've got weed, let's go. And I'm getting towards my cabin and my mate's hanging over the balcony, giving me like the kill sign, like don't come here, as in the management are in your cabin right now, don't come in. If you just stay away, you won't get in trouble type thing. So I've seen them and I see the management coming to go and check who she's talking to. So I turn round and I start sprinting towards my mates that I've just came from buying the weed. It's pitch black. I've not had time to turn my torch on. There's no street lights because you're in the middle of nowhere in a caravan park. And I've just felt myself run. 3, 2, 1, smack. Straight to the middle of the throat. One of these washing lines between the cabins is actually clotheslined me to the point where I've ran into it and the elastic has flung me back. Like I've went, oh my God, I'll fix that in a second. I've went flying back because they've actually clotheslined me. Couldn't fucking breathe or nothing. I've stood up. I've got the biggest red mark. I look like I've tried to hang myself because of the mark.
Oh my Lord.
because of the mark in my thing. Oh, because I wanted a bag of weed. So it's fucking magic what happens when you're a stoner.
That was the university order to not get that
bag
during
of weed.
COVID restrictions as well. You naughty girl, right? Fix your light. But yeah, I just think obviously there's all these good and bad times and all that. We know that, but there's good and bad times when you're doing anything like that. I feel like it's all about balancing life. I feel like there shouldn't really be like, you shouldn't really be judging. Thou is taught not to judge. That's what the Bible says, apparently.
Is it the exact words? Yeah.
I'm not sure, but apparently there's something about no judging people, so that's what we're going with. So, but I've definitely had a lot worse times when I've been drinking alcohol. Like I remember this one time, I mean, it wasn't just the alcohol, there's been plenty of times to this actually. So I used to try and do crazy diets when I was younger, right? Really unhealthy diets, just really like starve myself and all that instead of just like getting like healthy nutrition and just like slowly like losing weight. I would always try and lose like 10 stone in like 5 days. So this one time I'd obviously been doing that, right? And I'm like, just finished work. Like I've been so busy. And obviously when you have like kind of like ADHD and all that, like you forget to eat and like all that until you're
forget to eat all the time.
Literally
the amount of
until
times
I'm, like,
I'll go in the
crippled
microwave
over.
and Bee's lunches in there that she's forgotten to eat. Like she's microwaved it, get ready to eat it.
And then I'm doing like another thing, like 1,000 other things I forget. But that happened. This is a very specific day that happened. And I went to my friend's house and she just made killer strawberry daiquiris. Like I'm not even joking you. They were so good, right? So fucking good. There was great strawberry daiquiris, this, that, and that thing. So I just sat at our kitchen table and I was just drinking the daiquiris, boom, boom, boom. But like obviously I've literally not stood up in a while, in a long time. So I've not actually like took in a moment to understand how much alcohol I've actually consumed, and maybe a bong or two, who fucking knows, you know. So see what, like by the time it gets to like, I'm not even joking you, like 10 o'clock, Oceanlea's there, all my friends are there and all that. And obviously I'd been in cooped up and they're like, oh, at this point we all smoked cigarettes, right? So they're like, oh, we're going to go at the front door for a cigarette.
Oh my God, is this the time that I remember?
No, this is the time you fucking remember.
You were the most annoying person.
But I thought I was okay, right? So I was actually...
you forgot the bottle of wine that you drank and we all told you not to.
Oh yeah, so basically there was another girl that came, other woman that just kind of invited herself and she wasn't really supposed to be there.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. That's what happened. She walked in and it was like, we all knew this.
Her friend had came home from Glasgow and brought 3 bottles of wine that were like crazy high percent.
That's why she had the wine was there. But then when this other person came in and we knew this woman really loved wine, so I'm like, right, just pretend that's your wine and drink it. But because I was so drunk, I was like, no probs. So I just opened the bottle of wine and I literally, I'm not joking, just like
drank the whole bottle of wine.
The whole bottle.
Like I watched the whole thing disappear
for
the sake of this random lady not having
it wasn't
any.
even that deep. She could have had the fucking wine. It wasn't even that deep. Like it literally was not that deep.
But everyone just thought she's quite annoying if she has a drink of wine. Like try and not give her that.
You just never. Do you know those people at parties? You just they go one or two ways. That's kind of that type of person.
So based on, no problem, take the matter into my own hands.
In my own mouth, bitch, I fucking glug, glug, glug. And then they're saying, oh, we want to go for a cigarette. So I'm like, brilliant, I'll come with you. No, see that fresh air.
Oh my God.
Talking about it smoking me, the fresh air inhaled me and I inhaled it. And holy fuck, I literally went to a different planet of being drunk. You know those things that you get drunk and you're like, I actually don't know where. Like I could not speak.
No, that was one of
Every
the worst
time I
times.
tried to talk, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, didn't speak, like actually didn't have words.
And I'm fuming because then I had to go home pure early, and they all had to fold me into the taxi. Bearing in mind, like I'm a big bitch, and all my friends are like short and all that. I'm always the tallest person in the group. You know what I mean? Long legs. Who wants anything from the top shelf type of shit. Oh my God, they literally all had to fold me into the fucking taxi, and I spewed all over the taxi floor. And to be honest, after that, I do not remember. I just remember waking up the next day.
I remember.
So I would honestly take the smoking the weed, to be honest, because every time I've been drunk like that, or remember we told you about my auntie when she came here on holiday. Oh my God.
No, but
I went out for one drink.
I remember we got home that night to our flat. So we stayed on the third floor. So we had to walk up, like drag you up all these stairs to get to the third floor.
Brutal.
And then you were in the living room and we're trying just to get you no to drink, no to smoke, no to nothing. So we were all going to the balcony trying to just get a wee bit of peace from you. And you were crawling like a slug from the couch to the balcony door, just trying to be involved. You were thrown up over the side of the balcony, still lying down. It was the weirdest fucking shit you ever did.
But no, that always happens. Like every time I go to drink, I really do not plan to get drunk and all that. And then, yeah, I end up fucked up. I'm not even joking you. So that's why I think to myself, I would just rather take the bong and have a good time. And I know nothing's really good for you guys. Nothing's good for you in life, apparently.
Nothing's good for you.
Can't you have shit to make you happy and all that? Do you know what I'm saying? Which is fair enough, but I just want to live my motherfucking life and just be who's I want to be. Do you know what I'm saying?
Who's I want to bees?
I want to be who I want to be, man. And sometimes they're like getting, do you know what I mean? But then there is different, like obviously we're talking about this from our perspective when we stay here, but then like obviously if there's people that listening from the States and all that, you'll have a good time with that legalised stuff and all that, which I think, I mean, I would rather have a world full of stoners than a world full of
alcoholics.
1000%. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like obviously nothing's good for you. There's all the things that come with smoking. We'd know that, but I don't know. I think I would rather that, to be honest, because at the end of the day, like,
I just think the thing is as well when you smoke weed. So for me, California sober, as you said. So
you
I'm
take
just,
edibles.
Yeah, I'm just basically trying to get to the point where I can hit a year of no alcohol. And when I look at me in that year, I'm like, oh, cool. So even if you were to get really stoned one night, you're still going to wake up not having a hangover, still can get on with your day the next day.
I had a great sleep.
Yeah, move on with your life. Like, even the worst nights on weed are only to that night. But then I think about being like 5-day alcohol poisoning and think, nah, never again would I want to deal with that.
Yeah, I think it's just making sure you're looking after your mental well-being, like, because like obviously I know I do smoking thing and all that, but I do work out all the time.
And you
like,
actually wouldn't encourage people to smoke every day.
I would
either.
never encourage people to smoke. We'd obviously just do 420 special. I would never encourage people to like start smoking or anything like that. But if you do smoke, there's just better ways to do it. And I don't know, like for me, like it really just does calm down my brain. Like I really struggle to like all my life. I've been able to, even in school, my teachers are probably like, don't know. I would love to have my teachers actually on to actually talk about that, but like I really could not focus for my life, and all that. And not that I wish I was smoking weed in school, because like that's ridiculous, obviously. But like if you were like taking like a CBD oil or some sort of oil and all that, that you're actually getting the same benefits from it, like I would have, that would have been a lifesaver for me. Not even just that time, but even just in certain parts of my adulthood. Like don't know, because even when like see when I done beauty and worked in the salon, like it's funny because I really loved doing that. So it was not really that it wasn't an issue for me to do things for a long time, but because I would still feel really fidgety, like, you know, when I would do eyelashes for like hours and all that, like I'd be like having to
I need out
minute,
of here, man. Like I can't just sit and concentrate
but
any
you have,
longer.
in those points you have no other option. And I think now that obviously when you get older and certain things like that, like my tolerance for shit like that just goes not for doing eyelashes,
I think as well for you,
just for like things like that in
you
general.
do still get up and go on with it. Like you still got on with your life. You're like, you've been self-employed for 5 years. Like
one step at a time as well, just trying to like rock it. I think everybody's probably got things that they like, don't want to be doing, isn't it? Or wish they didn't do, or like try to do things better, but like there is no actually like I don't know, everybody has their own unique part of like a journey to actually getting to where they want to be. And I think, I don't know. No, I always use Snoop Dogg as an example, but that cunt's rocking it, even though he's fried out his brain. He's obviously got loads of people around him and all that. But I just think it's
Yeah,
not the
it's
worst in
never
the
stopped
world.
him getting to where he wants
And
to go, is it?
obviously, there is points in my life where I've had to like sit and have a fucking chat with myself and be like, right, let's get a fucking grip here. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think in the future, if those points probably might happen again at some point as well, and I might have to do it again. But I feel like I'm really doing really good just now. I feel like the whole, I don't know,
Nothing set in stone for you.
nothing set in stone for me on the whole thing about. I just, yeah, I don't know. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I wasn't smoking. It's like, is it
What do
really
you
that
keep
fucking
looking at
deep?
that for?
What?
You keep looking at that, looking down there.
I just like looking down at this area for.
Well, maybe don't, because you need to look somewhere. It's going to be on you if you're talking to camera.
Guys, I look great, but yeah, but I think more recently in like pop culture, or not pop culture, like celebrity culture, more or less. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, their last season. Sure, Kyle done the event where she had like the fancy chef come in
Like
and all that,
infused party.
and it was all infused and all that. But like they could
I
really
know, and I
take in.
don't know, when did America legalise it? Like, when did states start legalising shit?
Actually, I have no idea. Do you know what I mean? I think obviously they've all been doing it individually, different things. I think California was definitely one of the first places to legalise it.
Yeah, so that's
Do you know what
probably
I'm saying?
why
But
they've
they had all the
started.
culture and the music industry
Yeah.
and all entertainment industry of people like smoking anyway and doing drugs and that. So they, do you know what I mean? There was a lot more power there with those types of things.
Yeah.
But when they were doing it at Beverly Hills, do you remember Denise? And she was like trying to say, I don't know what the fuck she was on that day. She was
Oh,
taking
mate, she
some
was on
crazy
one.
shit. But she wasn't even smoking the weed apparently. But I think she was on a Xanax. But I think it was hilarious. But they weren't getting too fucked up too. Like their chef was actually taking them and like taking them through a journey of like
I think you
euphoria.
can even get mad, like, THC, not even CBD, but THC drinks in America. Like, I seen somebody tweet the
Oh,
other day, I
yeah.
thought this is a CBD drink and it was actually THC, now I'm fucked.
What as well, and then see on that the baddie show and just know
Yeah.
that they're always smoking joints on there. Natalie Nunn, who's like the CEO girl, she has baddie blunts and all that. She's got like her whole brand. Just there's dispensaries everywhere. My friend Sarah, who's Canadian, well, she's the same thing. Like there's dispensaries like every
Yeah.
second street there, and
And
it's
then if you
just the
don't know how
same.
it works in Australia, we basically don't have dispensaries that you can go in and just buy from.
Yeah, you have to
But
have a
we-
prescription
you
with your
do- You get a
doctor.
prescription through your doctor, and then you can either get it through like regular chemists or just like doctors in the town centre that you would go to the doctor and pick up from the same doctor. And that's a bit more regulated than what it seems like in America by the looks of things, but
Yeah,
it's
I don't think there's
definitely still a
nothing.
bit more open here.
I think it's just an age strip.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
god.
it makes no sense when you look at things like as well, like America and Australia, the different states that are participating in medicinal marijuana are gaining the financial benefits of being the ones supplying the marijuana
Yeah.
rather than letting it be something that still sits in the hands of drug dealers, because
It just obviously lowers the
realistically-
crime rate as well, doesn't it?
yeah, because speaking from experience, the product you get from the doctor is much better at a much
Quality
fairer price
and like cheaper.
and it's like quality regulated as well. Like
Yeah.
you know what you're getting. Whereas when you're just getting it off from whoever, like sometimes you're like, oh, that was a fucking waste of time. Like there was nothing to that, and it's very different in Australia than it is to like when we were at home and you could just, like you're that close to Amsterdam at home that you can still kind of pick what you're getting.
Oh
basically.
yeah, I can't wait to
But
go to
that's
Amsterdam
not like
when I
that
go back.
at all in Australia. Australia's so different.
We'll see like the Kardashians as well, and they've been like they've got high quite a number of times
Yeah,
now as
on
well on
edibles
their
and
show and
stuff,
things
yeah.
like that. I know that
Kris Jenner's a fucking little all the time.
she's lit all the time.
Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner look lit
Yeah,
all the time.
Kendall talks about it. She does definitely get stoned, smokes big doobies and all that too.
Yeah.
I actually see on TikTok that Kris Jenner's actually on the run apparently. For like, there's apparently like loads, and I'm not joking you, like every, like it's just constant, like I've seen it constantly, all alleged, obviously, guys, gossip.
This is literally just what she's seen on
I've
TikTok.
just literally just seen it on TikTok, like it's not any news articles or nothing. But yeah, apparently she's not on because during the stuff, the feds and all that, have found a lot of stuff to do with her and Corey Gamble involved with Diddy and all that, and just there was just constant receipts of
There's
all
a
that
random
getting
spin
pulled
off
up.
on the 420
Well, I
episode.
was just thinking about Kris Jenner getting high, and I'm like, I just had a brain thought thinking of her smoking a big fat one
Doing
with
what
fucking
she's
Diddy
doing
and
in
all
general,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, holy fuck. Who else was it? It was 50 Cent was talking about, 50 Cent was like trying to tease and all that about fucking Corey Gamble and all that too, because Corey Gamble was apparently at Kim Porter's house when Kim Porter passed away. and there was just a lot of dodgy shit going on there. I don't know why we're going to that from talking about fucking them getting high.
I don't
but
know.
I'm actually shocked they don't, like, they've no ventured into that yet. I can imagine like Kendall like doing like an 818 like fucking doobies or something. Do you know what I mean?
I'm surprised they've not done it either. I don't know, maybe because they're associated with Disney.
But you think,
still.
oh yeah, true. But then Disney has on they have all sorts on Disney Plus now and all that. Like, I'm not even
It's
gonna
not
lie.
just Disney.
It's not
Internet,
just really like there obviously is the kids section and all that, but yeah, the adult section does have a lot of wild stuff on it. Were you watching it? I was like, I forgot how long we've been running for. We just started again.
Yeah, I forgot. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, but there's obviously Disney's doing that, but I think maybe that could be the reason why the Kardashians on their show in maybe like Beverly Hills, and well, obviously for years in Beverly Hills we've always known that Maurizio's always been like a stoner, like he's been lit for years and all that.
Has he?
Yeah, and then every time like some of the girls were arguing and all that, they'd be like, Kyle, shut the fuck up. You and your husband just smoke pot, like, or potheads and all this shit. But I think the Kardashians in there, so I think maybe they're prepping us, Jink, so they could be like prepping their audience
To see how it goes, what the
with
reactions
the weed
like.
and all that. Yeah, because obviously, do you know what I
I
mean?
wonder, because that audience wasn't really, I don't know, like surely people are used to it by now.
I reckon so, because even in the States and all that, I reckon like even like the older generation, all that, like especially in California, Vegas and all that, like all my friends who go there and all that always say just thinks of weed all the time. So
I've always been surprised as well. Do you not think, see, really, as you get older, most people in your life probably did have a regular period at one point or another?
yeah, they
Or
were
smoking
smoking.
weed.
They had a little moment. Yeah,
I feel like
think
fucking
so.
everyone that I've met, and it always
Yeah.
surprises me. It'll be the most random people. You'll meet someone, and then their mum's like, "Do you want a wee joint?" What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Or
But
like,
it's
yeah, or
always
you
the
just
most
meet-
random people.
Or like you meet people and then, or like I used to do people's nails and all that, and then they just start telling me about, like, they would just be like looking like the most vanilla women ever, and then they just start fucking talking about them, like when they used to go up and like take acid and drop acid and all that, and like mushrooms and all that in the 80s. Like,
Oh my
don't know,
god,
they were
these get some
American.
amount of stories on mushrooms and shit as
No,
well.
guys, we'll just touch on the mushrooms lightly because that's hilarious and that.
I know.
But when we done them, there was this one specific time we done mushrooms, right? And we went away camping
And
and we had
Scooby-Doo
these
vans.
and Scooby-Doo vans. It was fucking lit, and we done the mushrooms and they were in chocolate bars. Oh my
Yes, we got like a
fucking God.
chocolate bar. It was like a big block of chocolate, and it was like maybe 6 or 8 pieces each.
We were eating them around the campfire. We didn't really think they were doing
tried
much.
them about 2 p.m, literally just after lunchtime, and you tried it, you thought, not really hitting.
Aussie
I'll maybe try a
sunset
little
and-
bit again later on, and we're drinking this whole time, and
my
then it
God.
gets to be in the evening time, and we just think, fuck it, we've been smoking joints, drinking, we're trying this chocolate, thinking that it's not really working, but realistically, it is working.
Bearing in mind, I was hyper focused on trying to build this fatty art for hours whilst I was actually tripping. I didn't realise.
Trying to build this fire for literally hours. She started, and then she was that focused on wanting to build a fire, make sure we had a fire, that she started at 2 p.m. And then by the time that night time came, she was foraging for wood to keep the fucking thing going.
It was so.
And she was so lit by that point. But basically, we've been eating this chocolate thinking that it's not hitting, and then we'll just think, fuck it, we'll just eat the whole bar then. It clearly doesn't really work that much. And then it hit like a motherfucker, and we're just in the middle of nowhere camping in these fucking Scooby-Doo
We were
vans.
surrounded by people. There was loads of people on the campsite too. And see, the more we started to trip fucking balls, like my eyeballs, the people were just getting further and farther.
But they're not. Like,
and
they're right
not.
there.
They're right
and
next
they're
to
putting
you.
the music up louder and louder and louder. And we basically decided that we were going to have our party on top of the van.
Because on top of the van, there was actually platforms so you could actually dance and all that. There was like
It
this
looked like a
fucking
little
cool as fuck.
stage. So we've taken mushrooms, got to the top of this van, taken drink up with us,
We
taken
could
weed up with
not
us.
stop laughing.
Just
Our
laughing,
friend
dancing, singing.
pissed herself multiple times.
Yeah, like through the underwear multiple times, couldn't believe it. And anyway, I've actually got a confession to make.
Oh my God, are you going to tell them? That's hilarious. Go tell them, please.
Wait, what?
Are you going to tell them when you swallowed?
Oh, well, that's how it started. So basically, we've been smoking the joint, and we're off our fucking face. Like, we've tried, people are speaking to us, and we're actually like laughing visibly to their face because
No,
everyone's having a
the
normal
old,
time.
do you remember the
camping.
creepy guy?
Yeah, we went to the bathroom, and this guy would not stop talking to us, and we're like off our heads
But
on
guys,
mushrooms.
I could not. People were like, "Hiya, how are you?" Just normal, so just
Like
make
normal camping, normal
camper
Australians.
conversation. Bitch, I could not stop fucking laughing.
The
in
stars
their
were
face.
dancing and everything. It was so bad.
Oh,
But
God.
yeah, so people kept on trying to talk to us and like turn the music down and whatever else. So we've been smoking a joint, and I've what my mate describes as Wu-Tanged it.
You Wu-Tanged?
Where I've been talking, one of you made me laugh. I laughed whilst the joint was at my lips and just swallowed the whole end of the joint. My whole body went on fire. Like,
Oh, it
or
was
not
so
literally,
funny.
obviously, but my whole body felt like it was on fire. Could not believe how fucking burning it felt. It was horrendous. And then I just instantly got more and more stoned. It was fucking crazy.
But we would be
And I've
up
got
there
I've
and-
got a confession to make.
What?
So you know how the people kept on looking at us because we had the music on, so we turned it off a couple times. But normally, B right is a person who's like really kind of conscious of everyone around her, like tries to
I
kind
could
of
not
like
give a fuck at this point.
get everyone to like turn the music down, keep it at a respectable volume. Anyway, because they're more mushroomed and I'm more stoned, I'm noticing everyone in them going like, fuck me, like turn the music down, like everyone's intense right beside us.
But I don't even think it was the music that was the problem. Like, we were
It was
literally
the
laughing
music
like a
with
pack of fucking
everything.
hyenas.
Yeah, it was the music with
Fuck knows
everything.
we were laughing at.
So anyway, I had the speaker.
Oh my God.
Do you remember we
No,
lost
I
the
don't-
speaker that night?
Oh, did we?
I thought to myself, do you know what? See, in the morning, they're not going to, like, you were looking for the speaker for ages, right? But I had it underneath one of the beds because I just thought, you in the morning are not going to remember the fact that you've lost the speaker for half an hour at the end of your night. But everyone around us, when we wake up in the morning, is certainly going to remember you
I could-
having the speaker for longer.
No, guys, it was so funny. And then we'd be up there for hours on top of these fucking caravans. Or like, whatever, I don't think it's a caravan, it's like a minivan that's been like DIY'd. Basically, I'm not even joking you. We could not get down off. It was like little fucking stupid stairs that you would just like sit on the side.
It was
But
like a
we're,
couple poles in the side of the van.
Ripping ass cheeks.
You felt the van move when you were fucking getting down off it.
Oh my God. But it was just iconic, and I think to myself, no regrets doing these things. Obviously, people have bad experiences and all that. Good experiences, bad experiences. Everything in between experiences doing these types of things. But I mean, we've had a collection of good ones and bad ones and all
Do
that.
you know what? I wouldn't
We don't
fucking
really get up
change
to
it.
much exciting anymore. It's just more like past experiences. 'Cause
Yeah, to be honest,
I'm too fucking tired these
Nah,
days.
when we were younger, we used to go out fucking all the time, and I just could not.
I feel like we
be
got it all out of
arsed.
our system pretty young, and
And it's
I didn't go to
definitely
club.
different in Australia. I'd say that, see, back home in Scotland, all of your mates are 5 minutes away. Even your mates that you thought stayed far away stayed 5 minutes away. Australia is so big. Everything is so far away. Even going to the pub, like for us to go to the nearest like club would take half an hour. And it's like, can you really be fucked going all that way to get to one?
I mean,
and
even
then,
when I lived next to the clubs, I would not have went clubbing, guys, because I've not been clubbing in years.
yeah, but say you start at bars, right? So you go and you start at bars, then you end up at clubs, and then you want to go to someone's house after and have an after party. Then you come home. Like, I'm not joking. You've spent hundreds on Ubers. What's it like here?
Aye.
It's so bad.
Or try to get an Uber back, but for a party at like, I see when you have to go in
Yeah,
a party at like
but I
8 in
feel
the
like back
morning,
home-
and you have to, and it's like,
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh,
Then I feel
brutal.
like back home, you could go to the pub, you could go to a club, and then you can go to your mates. and
Oh,
we'd
like
all
when we
eat the
see
fuck
when
all.
we were all fucked off our faces at like 12 o'clock the next morning, we'd still been partying. We'd just literally run up the street to my house. Like
Yeah,
my
you
my
didn't
friends
care.
stayed there. It's just we'd
But
just
now
run home.
in Australia, it's fucking 28 degrees. Australians are up from the crack of farts exercising.
No, they're up 5 a.m. doing the run, bitch.
5
I'm
a.m.
5 a.m.
You know,
going
in
home.
Scotland, if you go to the beach at 5 a.m., you're the only person on that beach. See, in Australia,
Aye, till fucking, there's nobody else there.
there's no, yeah. And then, but in Australia, when you go to the beach at like anywhere near sunrise, peak hour traffic, it's literally as if it's fucking Boxing Day every morning on that beach. So basically, yeah, you just can't go out and just have the same fucking weird, fucking drugged up, creepy on it for days, nights that we used to
Yeah.
have back home. The ones that you won't really want to forget about forever. But
No,
either
literally.
way, do you know what? They were a fucking laugh. And
Exactly.
not past that.
No regrets, because we
No-
learn good
no
mistakes, bad
regrets,
mistakes, life lessons,
Past that
all
point
that
now,
shit.
but what a laugh it was.
And I hope that us like sharing this with you guys, whoever's been listening and watching, I hope that you think to yourself, thank fuck I'm never doing any of those things and these bitches are crazy. That's good. Or B, you're thinking you're relating to.
Oh my god. Or B, you're thinking, thank fuck, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Or B, you're
Like-
thinking, thank God I'm not the only one that's done this crazy shit, because Innit?
Yeah.
His
Oh,
life is worth living.
and it's not even if it's crazy shit, but it's just to you, it's just the funniest fucking nights ever.
No,
Like,
it's
I'm
true.
not joking. The way we belly laugh thinking about them orange segments coming up out your mouth.
Oh mate, it's
That
just
is
funny.
just
like you can't.
stupid. It's
Aye,
just
that's
the
just dumb
dumbest
fucking
shit,
shit.
yeah.
So if you've been enjoying watching this 420 special, us sharing all our 420 fucking funny moments and a little mushroom moment here then in between, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to rate it 5 stars.
Road to
on-
1K, baby.
Yeah, rate it. Yeah, get us to 1K. Let's get this little girly gossip group, this little bunch of little sluts and girls and gays and all the in-betweens and all that stuff. Come on, let's keep on growing it. Share it. Talk about us. Talk about us, good or bad, babe. I don't give a fuck as long
I mean,
as you're
we keep on
sending.
getting the exact same hate comments. Who
We keep
gives a
on getting
fuck?
in hate comments saying, what is that? Are you dudes? Like, guys, I like literally was born on a fucking dude, obviously, and now I'm literally just that fucking bitch all over and ever again. Thank
And I've
you.
been Oceanlea, and I'm still not a man.
Just because she's got a little Wu-Tang cut doesn't mean she's a fucking guy.
So
and
funny,
aye,
man.
well, even when I get on that subject, who can be fucked? Kiss
Mate,
my
it's
ass.
the
You're
fucking-
definitely
it's
going to
actually-
subscribe to my OnlyFans.
You're
Love
not
you.
the target audience anyway, babes.
Yeah, this is the girlies and the gays. Why is the fuck is there these random people coming commenting on here? You're on the wrong site, babe. Go to my Twitter instead, because that's where you know you want to be, and call me a man all day on there, darling. No problem.
Anyway, we've had the best time again talking shit. Happy 420. We're about to go and get more Liddy Terry Committee, baby.
333 when we're finishing this recording right now. 333.
Anyway, thank you. Bye, driver.
Bye. Love you. Bye. So I packed up my bags with a dream in my heart. A dream made for me with no clue where to start.